Hello everyone, welcome to CISA exam FAQ series. Today's question is, can you really pass your CISA exams with just 0 marks in a single domain? The answer is yes. But guys, before beginning with this session, I will never recommend anyone to ignore or leave any of the domain. I will never ever recommend anyone to ignore or leave any of the domain because each and every domain is equally important. And guys, when you are appearing for a CISA exams, you are supposed to prove that you are deserving that certification. And there are times when questions on small domains like domain 3, which has very low weightage in your exams, are very much easier than the other domains. Okay, so whenever you ignore or leave any of the domains, there could be very easy questions from that domain. So guys, I will never ever recommend anyone. But guys, here we are discussing the passing criteria. What are we discussing? We are discussing the passing criteria of your CISA exams. Okay, so let's begin the discussion. So guys, there are two score: your raw score and your scaled score. Okay, so first there is something known as raw score, and then there is something known as your scaled score. What is raw score? What is scaled score? Let's discuss about it. So guys, as you all know that there will be 150 questions, and each question will carry 1 mark. 150 question, and each question will carry what? 1 mark, and there will be no negative markings. Okay, now 150 questions and 1 mark for each question is nothing but your raw score. So whenever you appear for the exams, okay, how much questions are correct, you will get the raw score. Let's say for example you have appeared for like 100 questions correctly, your raw score is 100. Once you finish the exams, all your raw scores will be converted to a scale of 200 to 800. First of all, you will not going to know what is your raw score. You will not know what is your raw score. But once you finish the exams, all your raw scores will be converted to a scale of 200 to 800 with 450 as the passing scaled score. And this 450 scaled score, the passing scaled score, will be calculated domain wise as well as overall scaled score. Okay, so raw scores will be converted to scaled score, and scaled score will be calculated domain wise for individual domains as well as overall scaled score. How it will be converted, how your raw scores will be converted to a scale of 200 to 800, no one knows about it. No one knows about it, how the calculation is done, how the raw scores is converted to a scale of 200 to 800, no one knows about it. But the thing is that we all know that the questions asked each and every time is totally different. Okay, so the questions are generally not repeated. Okay, so they have their own sets of questions. Okay, for a particular day, for a particular batch, each and every batch will get a different sets of questions. Okay, the questions are generally not repeated, and each and everyone will get different sets of questions. But the thing is that, you know guys, there could be cases where these sets of questions which has come in your exams are easier than the sets of questions which the other person has got. Okay, so in order to equalize things, guys, because the thing is that, let's say for example there are people who go and write and appear for the exams, and they say that the exams are very much easy. The exams are very much easy, CISA exams are very much easy. But there are lots and lots of people who say that the questions are very much difficult. The questions have not come from that CISA QAE database or CISA review manual. The questions are very much difficult. Some questions were out of syllabus. There are people who complain that. Okay, the thing is that the questions can be easy, moderate, or difficult. Okay, so each and every batch will get different sets of questions. So for example, let's say for example, I have got a particular sets of questions, and the ISACA finds out that on these sets of questions, when they see that, each and every students who has appeared for the exams for these sets of questions, each and everyone has scored, the raw scores were more than 130. Let's say for example more than 130. Okay, it means that the paper was easy. It means that these sets of questions were easy. And again, let's say for example there is a set of question, And in that set of question, the ISACA finds out that all the students who have appeared for these sets of questions in that batch, or in that case, they have, most of them have not got the score above 100. Okay, so each and every student has got the score of less than 100. Okay, almost all the students have got the score of less than 100. It means that the paper is difficult. So in order to bring justice between all the students, in order to equalize the batches or the question level, they have come with this concept of scale of 200 to 800. But again, no one knows how the exact calculation is being done, how the exact calculation happens from raw scores to scaled score. No one knows about it. Let's look at one actual mark sheet. Okay, now here in this case, the candidate has got a total, an overall scaled score of more than 450, 503. But if you see domain wise, in domain number 5, protection of information asset, the scaled score is less than 450. Now here ISACA clearly says that the weightage is only given, the weightage of the exam, like domain wise weightage, or the scaled score domain wise, is only given for your understanding in which area you are weak and in which area you are strong. Only for your understanding, like in which area you are weak and in which area you are strong, for your understanding, they have provided with the domain wise scaled score or domain wise the weightage. But the thing is that the calculations are only done overall, on an overall basis, and all the question has got the equal weightage of 1 mark. Okay, so there is no partiality. All questions have got the equal weightage of 1 mark. The raw score is what? 1 mark for each question. Okay, so the thing is that they are not concerned about the individual domain wise score. They are only concerned about the overall score. The overall score should be more than what? 450. Okay, there can be cases where, like small domain like domain 3, which just consists of 12% weightage for domain 3, and let's say for example a student has not prepared well for domain 3, and he has got very low score, close to 0 in domain 3, still he may clear the exams if his overall score is more than 450, if he has got good scores in other domains. Okay, so the final thing which I want to say is, do not worry about passing score. You prepare yourself in the best possible manner. Okay, you prepare yourself in the best possible manner, because if you're appearing for the exams, give your best shot, prove that you deserve this certification. Okay, give your best shot and do not worry about the passing score. But there are lots and lots of confusions in the market regarding the passing score, and this is the reason I have created this video. Okay, to let you know that the individual domain score is of no use. The overall score is something which is important and which will determine that you have cleared the exams or you have failed in the exams. But still, if you ask me how much should I score, so I give you a target of 105 to 110. I give you the target of at least try to answer at least 105 to 110 questions correctly in your exams to clear the exams, guaranteed. So guys, if you are preparing for the CISA exams, I have uploaded entire free lectures on domain 2, including mock test, absolutely free of cost. You can check out that.